We are back again, and may God bless all of you for tuning in. Thank you so much for taking the time out to join Lynn's Kitchen and our family. We welcome you sincerely. I just thank God for you all. Today we're going to do, guess what? Fried potatoes. I'm going to show you my process now. I've already washed these potatoes on the outside because these are the russet potatoes, and we like the skin on ours. So all I'm going to do is show you the process of me cutting them and what I do for them after they're washed. So here we go. I have my my little cook here. Skillet is on right now. I'm letting it cool down just a little bit because I'm going to put my vegetables in here first. Okay, so let's start with the potatoes. So I just take them and cut them, okay, I don't like that side, but I cut them so thick. I'm not perfect, guys, not perfect. My family loves these. We used to love them too. We can have these for breakfast, lunch. I've had them for brunch, for the family at different times. And so, yeah, this is hearty. I'm gonna get rid of these because I don't like how those look, and put that in here. And just another small one. I've already cut up some. I just wanted to show you my process of doing it. Now they're already washed, and what I do is I cut mine and I rinse them off. Okay, and after I cut them, I have a bigger batch, but this is just an example. So then after I do that, I put them on and then I try to get the water from them, because what I don't want to do is put them in hot grease while the water is on them. So they're kind of dried out. And the ones I did earlier, I had taken them and did the same thing, but I put them in the refrigerator. So yeah, they turned a little brown on me, but they're still good. They'll still be the potatoes I need them to be, but we don't want a lot of water on our potatoes because it's gonna be hot, so you don't want that splashing sensation and getting burned and everything. So that's how I get a little bit of that off. I'll put that with these, and these are the ones that I have. Okay, make sure you got your soapy water, because I got my soapy water, guys, on the side. So we're gonna put this to the side. Put that in there. I'm gonna check my oil. Now I'm going to have to cut it up just a little bit more, but I'm going to see. You know, I tell you I like my sizzle. So my ingredients that I'm going to put in first. So first I've got some cut up peppers. I got green pepper, red, and orange. I couldn't find yellow. Sometimes stores don't have yellow, sometimes they don't have orange. I put that in there for color, but I do like the taste. And I've already chopped up green onion, red onion, and white onion. Okay, so that's going to be the first thing. So let me check. There's a darling. Oh, it's getting hot. Okay, let me see. Did you hear that sizzle? I love the sizzle. So I put this in here just to open up the flavors first, like in my potatoes, and I'm going to use some like when I halfway get them done, because we like a little crunch in ours also. So I'm going to use some for that. If you really like this, you can just use one potato. Some people, one type of onion, but we like we like all three. Okay? And that's cooking good. Ooh, the aroma already, guys. But you know I like that sizzle. That lets me know it's ready. So I'm going to get these like it to a glue scent, like. Okay, so how's everybody? I hope everybody's doing great. I want to pass this along because I've had to go through some things like a thorn in my side, and today I recently got a hold to ministry, and we were talking about 2 Corinthians 12:7, where Paul was explaining he had this thorn and he had pleaded 3 times to the Lord to take it away from him. And God told him that, he says, my grace is sufficient. So what did I get out of that? What I got out of it, and what I want you to get out of it, is this. We have challenges in our lives every day. Every day. Maybe somebody's going through a challenge right now. We have different type of thorns, and sometimes we think we can't face them or we can't deal with them. There's so many thorns that we carry through life, and sometimes the thorns are with us from life to death, through sicknesses, sometimes diseases, sometimes being disabled, or maybe, a failed marriage or relationship, or just dealing with, like I said all the time, a neighbor or somebody else. Sometimes we want them to go away, just like Paul did. But when God says that his grace is sufficient, what I like about that is through anything that we go through, and I want you to hear me, but please don't let me cry. But anything that we go through, even through our tears, even through the hurts and the pains, persecution, where some people are being persecuted in other countries right now. Sometimes God won't take that thorn from us, because that thorn is there to remind us that we can't handle things on our own. And there's something greater in his love. And when we trust him, and I'm talking to everybody, I don't care if you're a believer, I don't care if you're an unbeliever, but I'm telling you this, that I know for myself. I'm carrying my throne, and it's all right for me to carry it. I am hurting it. Okay, I'm going to cut this down. But the thing about it is God is going to help me through it. He's going to help me through it. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do through my preaching, I'm going to add my potatoes, because I'll cut this up. Okay, I'm going to add my potatoes slowly in here. And once I add these potatoes, I'm going to let this cook up some so the potatoes can cook. But I'll put the potatoes in, and I'm going to stir it a little bit, and I'm going to let them simmer in this for a minute. But I just want to tell you that the thorns that we carry, God is there. He says, my grace is sufficient. And when Paul got that answer, and God walked him through it. If you look through the Bible, Paul had this affirmity all his life. But in that affirmity, he trusted God. And by him trusting God and obeying God, he became a wonderful apostle, a teacher and a preacher. And his thorns reminded him that even though he goes through afflictions and grief, that God is right there with him, giving him all that he needs so that he can make it through the situations and circumstances that come up upon him. So if God did it for Paul, he can certainly do it for you all. He can do it for me. We have to trust some things we will have all our lives, but we also have God all our lives. He's a God full of grace, and he won't put more on us than we can handle. We just think that we can. But if you are going through something and you've been going through it and you think, I just want to get rid of this, sometimes God wants us to keep it. Because the more we go through and come up out of it, that's the stronger God makes us. And we need, when Paul stopped looking at his afflictions, when he stopped looking at the thing that thorn that was upon him, he began to look at the need and where he was needed in the Gospels. And so it's the same for us. If we look at other people, we'll see their struggles, and ours won't matter as much. Not saying that it's not there, but we're capable of doing all things through Christ. I just want y'all to know that. No crisis is too big for God. He already knows it. And if his grace is sufficient for Paul, his grace is sufficient for us. So I just want to leave that with you all. I'm going to let these cook down, okay? I'm going to cook down, and I'm going to turn them a little bit. When we come back, we'll see. I want them to get like a moistness to them. And once they get that little moistness to them, then I'm going to add the rest of my dry ingredients, and I'm going to add, the rest of the vegetables, okay? So give me a moment and we'll be back, all right? Love you. Come on back. Okay, guys, we are back, and this is the result of the potato. Girl, let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to be up in here. Y'all need to be up in here. Put this aside. Now, this is what I want my potatoes to look like, baby. See, and you can get some of them a little brown, because my husband likes his a little brown. little burnt, as he say. We all do, and this is how they are cooked up. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that, y'all. Got something going on up in here. Yeah. Okay, now this is how I want them to cook, and you can tell when they're almost done, because look, you can put the, see how that breaks off like that on some of them? But I'm going to cut it down, and now I'm going to cut it down to 375, because I had it on about 435 to get that brown. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my dry ingredients. So I am going to use onion powder in here. I'm not going to use a lot, because as it cooks down, I'm going to put a little bit in and then taste it as I go to get the right flavorings in it. Again, you have the garlic from Great Value, as well as the onion powder. And you can use any kind of onion powder or garlic powder. These are my to-go when I flavor things. You don't necessarily have to use these. You can just use onion in them, and salt and pepper if you want to. You can put a little butter in these if you want to. And if you want to jazz them up a little bit, you know what? Do some bacon and crumble it up and put it in there too. Because you can, and then I have, look, my complete, so now I gotta have that. I'll put a little bit of that in there. Put some of that in there. You can control what you want in your food, okay? I realize that some people have high blood pressure, some people don't like a lot of salt. They have what, Mrs. Dash and things like that out there. You can use stuff like that. And so here's my, let me get a spoon. Let me get a spoon. And I do this for color and for taste, because you know it tastes good up in there. If you prefer it, hey, go for it. You know, like I said, most of these dishes that I'm showing you is just to show you a foundation, and you can take them and do just about what you need to do with them, okay? They don't have to be exactly like mine. You know, I'm just showing you this is how we do it. Look, I got some more onion in here, which is, and I'm gonna let this cook down a little bit, you know, just to soften it up, because the potatoes are practically done. But yeah, that's how we're gonna do this. Put this back, okay, and then we're gonna add some garlic too, y'all. That's why I'm gonna cut it down, because I don't want my garlic burnt. And let me see, I already got garlic powder, so I'm gonna put 1, 2. And again, as I said, some people don't, you know, you like all fresh, fine. Use the fresh garlic. If you want to cut up fresh garlic and put in here, that's fine too. But, you know, fast cooking, this is what I do. You know, I do use fresh garlic. I'm going to use it. You'll see me use it. But we're going to mix all this up in here. I wish I was here. This smells so good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I cook these a lot for the kids for breakfast when they come over. A lot of times for company. I might do it for dinner sometime. We had a Christmas brunch one time, and we had all the fixings, the grits and all of that stuff. So this is it's like a little hearty meal on its own. I mean, you could have this and look, a salad to go along with it, or this with, you know, baked chicken or salmon. You know, so I'm going to cut this down and let this cook slowly, okay? And I'm going to taste it when I come back, because I wanted to cook down a little bit more. And then when we come back, we'll see the progress when we come back. Because all of the potatoes are not, you know, they're getting there, but they're not quite. So that's why we're going to turn it down, and we're going to let it do what it do. We're going to put the top back on it. Put it on a little low. I'm gonna keep it at, it's at 3. I'm gonna put it at 350, and just let the juices, you know, get steamed in there, and let them cook like that. So we'll be back, okay? Now stay tuned. We'll be back. Let's check out the results. Hey now, this is what you want. This is how we do it here in Lynn's kitchen for our potatoes. Look at that. And I forgot. I was so busy talking to y'all. I forgot to use my pepper, but I did put some pepper. And let me tell y'all something else that we usually put up in there. This is called slapping your mama. Sounds funny. First time I heard it, I was like, there's no such thing. But yes, my mama hit me to this. Mama Ethel hipped me to this. And they got it in different, like this one right here is like the mild. And then they have one that's hot. And then they got one that's fiery hot. And you all, I'm so proud that you sell it down here, because there's a lot of things that I don't use from here that I use from home. So I've had to accommodate myself with some of you all's seasonings. And I like that, but Slap Your Mama, we're gonna give it just a little kick, okay? So I'm just gonna give it a little kick. I don't wanna go outdoors, kick it while I'm outdoors, but just a little kick. Oh my goodness. That looks so good, y'all. Look at that. Look at that. And boy, my God, the aroma, everything looks so good. And you know, potatoes is my worst enemy because I like them fried, dyed, mashed, boiled, baked, and you can put them on the grill, whatever, but I love potatoes. And so this is the result of that. Now, when I come back, I'm gonna plate this. I'm gonna plate it. And we'll come back and we'll taste it, okay? I can't wait, y'all. I wish I was here. So we'll be right back, okay? As promised, we're back, and this is a finished detail. There you go. You see that? I'm gonna put it up close. Look at that. And they're popping hot. You got all the ingredients in it. My only thing to do that's left is for Lynn to taste it. I wish I was here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ooh. And see, you want your potatoes to be like that so you can bite into them. Yes. Oh my goodness. Let me be greedy. I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go back. Okay. All right. Oh my goodness. That's what you want. That's what you want. Hey, my goodness. You all need to join us again. Come on back to Lynn's Kitchen. Look, I need you to like. I need you to subscribe. Hit the notification button and share. And please, guys, continue to comment. I'm trying to get to many of you. And I thank you so much for how good you have talked to me and communicated with me. I like to get to know you. I probably can't get to know everybody, but I'm trying my best to get to every comment that I possibly can get to. Give me a little time, but thank you so much for warming my heart, coming into my home, accepting me for who I am. I thank you so much. And again, I need you to hit those likes and the subscribe buttons and do the comments again for me and share this video. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that you will be able to see the different videos that are coming up, okay? I need you to do that for me. Again, I love you. And you have a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.